Hello, everyone. My name is Kaia, and I'm going to be talking about Interstellar. Interstellar was directed by Christopher Nolan, and I chose this film because I want to show what this movie is about and why I strongly recommend watching it. I'll be focusing on three main areas that make Interstellar stand out, which is its acting, its ambitious themes, and its stunning visuals. For a small introduction, Interstellar was released in 2014 and stars big stars such as Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, and Matt Damon. It combines large-scale scientific fiction with emotional storytelling, and my main argument is that the film succeeds not only because of its complex scientific ideas, but because it delivers strong emotional performances and deep emotional themes that are all supported by its gorgeous visuals. These elements come together to make the movie both intellectually interesting and emotionally powerful. For a quick plot overview, the film is set up in a future where Earth is becoming unlivable for humans, crops are dying, dust storms are constantly making people sick, and humanity is running out of time to live on that planet. Matthew McConaughey's character Cooper is a former NASA pilot turned farmer who gets recruited for a secret mission. Scientists have discovered a wormhole near Saturn that leads to another galaxy, possibly with planets humans can live on. Cooper must choose between staying with his children or going on a dangerous journey that could save the human race. And when he leaves, he tells his daughter, who he has a very special bond with, her name is Murphy, that he will return. But because of time dilation, hours for him become decades for her. This emotional separation becomes one of the film's central conflicts. One of the biggest strengths of Interstellar is its acting. Matthew McConaughey gives one of the most emotional performances of his career in the scene where he receives video messages from his children. This is an extremely powerful scene, and you can see a small clip of it here on the screen. It shows the emotional cost of his mission in a way that the audience can both feel and relate to. Anne Hathaway also gives a really strong performance as Dr. Amelia Brand. Her character represents the film's theme of balancing logic and emotion as a character who tries to think more logical or defends her actions more with logic, but really acts out of emotion. And Hathaway plays both sides of logic and emotion incredibly convincingly. According to Todd McCarthy, who is a critic from the Hollywood Reporter, the cast's strong acting keeps the film grounded even when the scientific ideas get complicated. I agree with this because I feel like without such human heartfelt acting, the movie's scientific grand themes wouldn't have the same impact. The film doesn't just show cool space scenes, it explores deep themes. So some of the most important are sacrifice, the passage of time, and how emotion and science can work together rather than just working against each other. Cooper sacrifices years of his life and his relationship with his daughter for the sake of humanity, and Murphy grows up feeling abandoned and angry, and this emotional tension drives so much of this story. Another theme is the idea that love itself is a powerful force, and the movie suggests that emotional connections like Cooper's and Murphy's can transcend time and space. A.O. Scott from the New York Times wrote that the film aims for grand ideas while focusing on a father's love for his daughter. I personally think that this is exactly right because the movie reaches for these big scientific questions but never loses sight of human relationships and human feelings. Interstellar is also visually stunning, so Nolan uses a combination of practical effects and scientifically accurate computer imagery. One highlight is the black hole Gargantua, which is this bottom picture here, which was designed with help from actual physicist Kip Thorne, and it's one of the most realistic portrayals of a black hole ever put on film. The planets in this movie are also it's just completely unforgettable. There's an ocean planet that has massive waves, and this icy planet is this top picture here where clouds are literally frozen solid. The visuals don't just look impressive, they help to communicate watchers the danger and isolation that the characters feel. Todd McCarthy also praised the film's impressive visuals, and you can see it's very clear why. Nearly every space scene is both beautiful but terrifying. Some critics and some fans feel that the movie has moments where the scientific explanations go on too long or the dialogue becomes too heavy. There are times when scientific language can feel overwhelming or disrupt the emotional flow of a scene, Both McCarthy and Scott point out moments like these. But I think that these moments are part of what makes the film unique. Nolan is trying to combine real scientific concepts with deep emotional drama, which isn't easy to do. While the balance isn't always perfect, the film's ambition is part of its strength. The emotional scenes and stunning visuals more than make up for the occasional slow moment. Overall, I would recommend Interstellar because I feel like it succeeds on multiple levels. It's emotionally very powerful, especially the relationship between Cooper and Murphy. It's intellectually interesting, making us think about humanity, time, and the future. And visually, it's one of the most impressive sci-fi films ever made. It's a movie that stays with you long after the credits roll, and it's not just entertainment, it's an experience that really makes you think and feel at the same time. To conclude, Interstellar stands out because of three main strengths, which are its strong acting, its ambitious and meaningful themes, and its breathtaking visuals. Even though the film isn't perfect, its emotional and scientific ambition makes it a must-watch for anyone who enjoys movies that are both thought-provoking and emotionally engaging. In my opinion, Interstellar is definitely worth seeing. And these are my works cited. Thank you very much.